All right, guys, now we're going to be solving a 3 by 3 system. This is actually the hardest thing. It's only an honors lesson. So let's first look and see what we're going to do. It says when solving a system with 3 variables, first thing we're going to do is we're going to use substitution or elimination to obtain a 2 by 2 system. Then we'll solve that 2 by 2 system. Then we're going to plug the answers from the 2 by 2 solutions into one of the original equations and solve. We're going to list our answers as an ordered triple. Now, when you were doing it before, solving the system by graphing, you only had an x and y. Substitution, elimination, you only had an x and y. Well, this is a 3 by 3, so we're going to end up with an x, y, and a z. So that's why it says list your answer as an ordered triple. Now, it's hard for us to solve a 3 by 3, so what we do is we turn it into a 2 by 2 because we already know how to solve that. Let's go ahead and start with B. Well, let's go with A. A is actually easier, and the reason why it's easier is because the middle guy right here only has 2 variables. So what we are going to do is, since we already have one 2 by 2, see, x and y, we're going to leave that one alone, and we are going to try to fix these two, the first and third, so that it can also be a 2 by 2. So meaning, who do we need to get rid of in order for it to be the same 2 by 2, x and y? So who would we need to get rid of? The z's. See how this has a 5c and a negative 3z? We need to get rid of those. So remember, when we're trying to get rid of those, we think to ourselves, is there a way I can multiply 3 to get 5? No, there isn't. When that answer is a no, remember, we are going to multiply by the opposite number. So this one had a 5, so I'm going to multiply this one by 5, and this one had a 3, so I'm going to multiply this one by 3. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply all the way through, so 3 first. 3 times 2 is definitely not a 3. 6x, and then 3 times 4, 3 times 5, and 3 times negative 33. All right, so that's all I did is I multiplied 3 by everything. Now I'm going to come down here and multiply 5 by everything. 5 times negative 2, 5 times a regular 2, 5 times a negative 3, and 5 times 19. Maybe I'll need my calculator for that, which is 95. So now look at those z's. See how they're both the same? So one's a plus and one's a minus, so I am going to add these to make them go away. So 6 plus negative 10 is negative 4. Negative 12 plus 10 is negative 2. 15 plus negative 15, see ya. Negative 99 plus 95 is negative 4. Now, you see how this guy right here, it's another 2 by 2. So, you have your 2 by 2 here and your 2 by 2 here. So, let me write them down. Our first 2 by 2 is 4x minus y equals negative 5. I'm getting that from right up here in the top. And then here's my other 2 by 2 down here. Negative 4x minus 2y equals negative 4. So, I've got my 2 by 2's. Now, to get rid of a positive and negative one, I know I'm going to add. So that's the first thing you're always going to do, guys, is you're going to try to fix your problem to where you have 2 by 2's, because that's what we've been working on all week, is trying to figure out how to solve these by elimination and substitution method. So 4 plus negative 4, those go away. Negative 1 plus negative 2 is a negative 3. Negative 5 plus negative 4 is negative 9. So you're going to divide by that negative 3, and you get y is 3. Yes, finally got one. Once you get one, then just choose either one of your 2 by 2's to plug that in, so then you can find x. I always just choose this top one, but you can choose the second one too. So I'm going to choose the top one. So I have 4x minus y is 3 equals negative 5. So now I'm just going to solve this for x so I can find what x is. I'm going to add the 3. And divide by 4. So it looks like I get negative 1/2. See? Now I've got 2 things. So what do you think you're going to do right now to get z? Because that's all you got to do. See how we have these guys up here, the original ones? What you can do is you can pick either one, the ones that have the z in it, either one, plug in your x and y and see what z is. Again, I always choose the first one. So I'm going to have 2, and then instead of writing an x, I'm going to put the 1/2 in, the negative 1/2. Minus 4, instead of writing the y, I'm going to put the 3 in. I have my plus 5z, and I have equals negative 33. Let me move this up so you can see it. So all I did was I took that original equation up there, I plugged in what I got for x, I plugged in what I got for y, because I'm solving for z. So let's see, 2 times 1/2 is negative 1. Then I get negative 12. Still have my 5z. Still have my negative 33. So it looks like that's negative 13, just combine like terms there. Add that 13. So what do we get? 20. Divide by 5, negative 4. So now I'm going to write it as a triple. So you always go in order of the alphabet. So x goes first, then y, then z. Okay, so again, I know these kind of suck, and I would probably, before you take that exit ticket, I would definitely work on the practice problems in your practice problem packet. Okay, let's try another one. Now, you can do whatever you want, guys. You can start wherever you want. You can do whatever. You just got to stay consistent. So if I looked at just these first two, who is the easiest to get rid of right now? Yeah, the z. The z is so easy because, look, you got a plus and a minus. So if we added these two, so x plus 2x is 3x. 3 plus 1 is 4. Negative z plus positive z. C is z's. Negative 11 plus 1 is negative 10. So there is my first, I'm going to put a star beside it, 2 by 2. Now, what you do next is you choose 2 more that you're going to stay consistent. So who are you going to get rid of? The z. You have to get rid of the z. That's what you did on this first one. You have to do it to the second one. So again, choose whatever you want. I think I will choose the bottom 2. Now, if I was trying to get rid of the z's, what would I have to multiply this first one by so that it's the same as the second one? Yes, a 3. So I'm going to multiply this guy by 3. I'm probably going to write it right here. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times y is 3. And 3 times z is 3 again. 3 times 1 is 3. I'm going to bring down that second one. 5x, 2y, 3z, 21. Now, these are the same. Positive 3, positive 3. So I'm not going to be adding. I'm going to be subtracting. 6 minus 5. 3 minus negative 2. Make sure you watch out for that. You're doing minus a negative 5. 3 minus 3, see ya. 3 minus 21, 18. Okay, now look, here's your other 2 by 2. See, x and y, x and y. You got your 2 by 2s. So, who do you want to try to get rid of? We have 3x plus 4y equals negative 10. And you have x plus 5y equals negative 18. This is what you have. Who are you going to get rid of? I would probably do the x's. So I would probably multiply this whole thing by 3 so it's the same. So I'm going to just rewrite the first one again. And then I'm going to rewrite the second one. So 3 times x, 3 times 5. 3 times negative 18, negative 54. Now, the 3x's are the same, so am I going to add or subtract to get rid of them? Yes, subtract. 3 minus 3, see you guys. 4 minus 15 is negative 11. Negative 10, now watch out you guys, minus negative 54. Is 44. You got to watch out for those 2 minuses. So y equals negative 4. Yes, finally, guys. I know it takes forever. Now, come up here to your 2 by 2s. Here's my 2 by 2s. I think I might go with the second one. He looks a little bit easier. So I'm going to plug this y in. So x plus 5, plug in your negative 4, equals negative 18. Well, 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. And then add that negative 20 to both sides. And that is how you get add 20, add 22. All right, now how am I going to find that z? Remember, I go all the way up at the beginning, and I pick any of the 3 equations, any one that I want, and I plug in what I get to find z. Looks like I'm going to choose the second one, or you can choose the first one. It doesn't matter who you choose. You're going to get the same thing. So 2, I'm going to put my x in, which is 2. My y is negative 4. Z, I have no idea, and 1. So let me move the screen so you can see me. See, I plugged in my x, I plugged in my y. Here's my z. So 2 times 2 is 4. Ooh, what's a positive 4 and a negative 4? 0. So z is just 1. Now write your triple. X, y, z. All right, so practice your problems first. Don't be trying to do your exit ticket right now. This is a hard concept. If you need me, just raise your hand and ask me. Bye, guys.